Live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson, it's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm Adam Bragenser, inviting you to join Bart and his guests, City of Jackson Mayor Daniel Mahoney, from Northwest Community Schools, High School Choir Director Matt Snell, and Middle School Choir Director James Cummings. Bart's visit to the new home construction build by Jackson Area Career Center. From Paragon Charter Academy, Principal Ben Creech, Officer of the Great Lakes District of National Sons of the American Revolution, David Van Hoof. And from Grass Lake High School's theater production of Acting Can Be Murder, teacher Amy Jans with students Avery Beeman and Tyler Paul. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, Adam Bragenser, and good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And thank you for spending some time with us here at JTV. A rainy and chilly afternoon. It's 44 degrees right now, and we're likely to see rain all afternoon. The forecast from the Weather Service says between 1 and 3 today, we could have a thunderstorm, and the winds will be picking up as strong as 28 miles an hour at times. New rainfall amounts could be 1/10 of an inch or more, and that rain will continue into tonight. By about midnight, things should start to dry up, and an overnight low tonight of 41, not a big difference from where we are now. Tomorrow we will see much improvement. Cloudy in the morning, then clearing up, and a high on Thursday of 50 degrees. Friday, sunny, 47. And our weekend for Veterans Day, partly sunny, high 46. And Sunday, partly sunny, 47. Will be in the upper 40s and low 50s for looks like the early part of next week. Thank you, Kelly Express, for providing us with the weather and great snacks, great service, great quality, mobile gas, and more. Great food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Kelly Express at South Street, Jefferson Road, Napoleon, Grass Lake, and County Farm Road. You can get pizza, and the specialty pizza is large, one item, with an order of Crazy Bread, $17.99. Thank you, Kelly Express. A quick look outside shows us, yes, it is a gray and wet day in beautiful Jackson. Today is National Cappuccino Day, and a great place to get a cappuccino is Jackson Coffee Company, where all this month, first responders get free drinks every day. You could go in every single day if you'd like, and they really want you to. And you can get the drink of your choice, hot or cold, at Jackson Coffee Company. First responders and active military, come on in. They are anxious to see you. It is World Pianist Day. Pianist, Brandon.
Oh, sorry.
World Dunce Day, so those of you with the cap. It is National Parents as Teachers Day and National STEM or STEAM Day, Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. It is National Harvey Wallbanger Day. And Brendan, do you know the ingredients of the Harvey Wallbanger, or the banger as it's called in bar circles?
I do not. Is there brandy in it?
No, vodka, Galliano, and orange juice. It's bright orange, and the story goes, back in 1968, there was a party, and they ran out of everything except vodka, Galliano, and orange juice, and that's how they finished the party. And the guy named Harvey hosting the party, he banged his head against the wall. True story. On this day in 1895, physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen became the first person to observe X-rays, the invisible. But he saw them. They were visible through a cathode ray tube and gases, and he saw them for the first time. And election news, 1960, John F. Kennedy elected. 1864, Abraham Lincoln re-elected. 2016, Donald Trump elected, the 45th president, the defeat of Hillary Clinton in that election. And in 1966, movie actor Ronald Reagan elected as governor of California. On this day in the J, we have Off the Clock. It's the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce networking event, 5 till 7 at Grand River Brewery. The Jackson Camera Club November meeting is tonight in the community room at Christoph & Sons floor covering. It's at 7 p.m. The world premiere of the War to End All Wars movie is happening at Michigan's Military Heritage Museum over the next several days. And you can visit mimhm.org to get your tickets. They're $7 each, and to see the complete schedule. Walking with an Angel tonight at the Summit branch of the Jackson District Library. Meet Sheldon and his medical service dog, Patsy, at the Summit branch. And we have the weekly gaming going on at Nostalgia Inc. from 6 till 9 tonight, and that is Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. We have election results from Election Day throughout Jackson County in just a moment or two, including one of the victorious candidates. But first, I want to give you a quick preview of a brand new food circus which starts today at 3, 7, and 10 with Adrian Sharp.
Aggie Sports Bar is a Napoleon tradition transformed into so much more. Owner Scott Ash has turned this already popular restaurant into a play and dining destination for people of all ages. I'm talking 3 great rooms, each with something different to offer, and that's not including the outdoor patio area, which we'll talk more about shortly. Burgers, nachos, deep dish pizza, and much more allows for a great variety to choose from. And don't forget to check out Average Joe's at Aggie's. We have a lot to see, so let's get started with owner Scott Ash. You've done a lot of work, buddy.
Yeah, we have. Well, my partner has really taken over as the construction manager for the place. Justin Mitchell's done a great job with the designs and all that stuff.
Talk to us a little bit about this, because this was the main dining room before.
Yeah.
But there's a garage door, okay, which is super awesome.
Right, thank you.
And into the deck oven to get that cheese melted to perfection. That's the color on the burger right there. Oh, wow. Now it is time to finish this off. The cheese melted to perfection, stacked like a professional, I must say, and on the bun. Oh, but wait, the beautifully, perfectly fried French fries.
Awesome. Scott and his team at Aggie's, they do a great job. Awesome place. Check it out today on Food Circus. Yesterday was General Election Day, and in the city of Jackson, voters elected Daniel Mahoney to a second term as mayor, and Daniel Mahoney is with us today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We didn't know until after midnight this morning the results. A lot of absentee ballots had to be counted, but it was a close election.
It was.
2020 to John Wilson's 1,741.
Yeah.
What do you make of the closeness of the election?
It was about like it was the last time. I think the difference was about 300 votes in the last election, and this one was a little less than 300. Turnout was also a little less. I think it was maybe 1% less than it was last time. So I think that margin is about in line with what I expected for turnout. I expected that it would be a little bit larger gap, but I know that with some of the efforts that came along with this election, that kind of made a difference in this election in the opposite direction.
Yeah, 15% voter turnout in the city and pretty much countywide for the other issued. So, just over 1 out of 10 You know, and when you look at the map of the wards that you won, solid support in the central city, the south and the southwest. The north half of the city, John Wilson captured Ward 3 and Ward 4,
Yeah.
and we're very close in Ward 2.
Yeah. It was a close election all the way around. You know, one of the first questions that I was asked when I ran for county commissioner in 2013, when I made the decision to run for that seat, my predecessor at the time and I had a conversation, and she said, okay, here's my first question for you. How many votes do you need to win? And I started doing all of these calculations based on how many people were in the district, and you know, about how many people I thought would vote for me, and how many would come out in normal vote. And I'm doing all of these calculations in my mind, and she said, you're thinking way too hard about this, because the answer is one. You need one more vote than the other person. And that's what it takes to win an election. You need one more. In this case, really, you need 5, or else it'll probably be contested for a recount. But you know, I'm happy with the way the election turned out. It gives me a lot of confidence that the work that we have been accomplishing over the last 2 years is the direction that the majority of the city wants us to continue to go.
The ward council races were interesting in that in Ward 2 and Ward 4, the races were very close.
Very close.
Freddie Dancy over Peter Bournemouth by about 30 votes, and about the same margin, Connor Wood over Diane Toman.
Yep.
However, Ward 6, it was closer to a landslide by Wolf Wargrave over Steve Ann Sweeney. What do you make of the 3 ward council results?
You know, I think a win is a win. You know, and I think that sometimes it's going to be close. When it's that much of a landslide, I think people are just speaking a little bit louder about the work that an individual is putting in for their ward, for the community, and as well as the effort that they actually put in for the election itself. You know, so I'm happy with the way it turned out. Congratulations to everyone who run, because it takes a lot for you to even step up and put your name on the ballot in the first place. So I want to say congratulations to everybody who decided to run in general, and a special congratulations to those who won. I think that elections speak to what people want to see continue to happen or change from happening in a community, and I'm happy with the way that the election turned out overall.
Yes, well, there are clearly winners and losers. I would say I agree with you on congratulations in order to John Wilson, Peter Bournemouth, Diane Toman, and Steve Ann Sweeney, just citizens wanting to participate and make the community better. So thanks to all of you for all the work you did in running.
Yep.
You still have one more council person that we don't know who it will be. You've got to replace Karen Bonnell, who resigned.
Ward 5. Yeah.
So does the election, did you have to wait for the election to make this decision, or is it just happening?
Excuse me. No, we didn't have to wait for the election to make the decision. I mean, I think that it just happened to be the way that it aligned when she resigned from her seat, and following the process of reelecting a council person or appointing a council person, it just kind of happened to be the way it fell. You know, we didn't want the application period to be so short that people felt like, well, I didn't even have a chance to, you know, put an application in, or, you know, why did it happen so quickly? Do we have somebody pre-selected? You know, and I think that we wanted to have it open long enough for people to have a considerable amount of time to think about if they wanted to run for that appointment and put their application in. But we don't want to leave it out there so long that we cut it close on that timeline that we need to get that seat filled by. So we're right on track. And there's some good applicants. I think we've got a lot to consider in the people who have applied. And that's like the next portion of business that we need to take care of as a council.
So the deadline, I think, to apply was last Friday.
Correct.
And you have how many candidates?
I think there's a list of 11 people who
Oh, wow.
applied. Yep.
Yeah, some candidate or some vacancies in the past, you've only had one or two, and
Yeah.
you've had to make, members of the council have had to make phone calls asking people to apply.
Yeah. Well, I think we did a good job, as council, speaking about this opening. I know I've spoke about it in every capacity that I could, and the city has done a phenomenal job in communicating that seat was open. And I think that goes a long way with how many people we've actually gotten to apply.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on your
I appreciate you. I appreciate Jackson. Thank you so much, Jackson, for honoring me with being able to continue to serve in this capacity. And we're just going to continue to forge forward for the future at Jackson and continue making positive changes.
Thank you very much. Our mayor, reelected to his second term, Daniel Mahoney. A couple other quick election notes. The Jackson College millage did not pass. The vote was 11,202 to 8,435. Longtime Parma Township Supervisor Wendy Chamberlain was recalled. She's going to be replaced by her challenger, Bobby Norman, and she will fill out the remainder of Supervisor Chamberlain's term through the end of next year. And in Napoleon, voters approved a $17 million bond proposal, which the district hopes to add on to existing buildings, make improvements to existing educational facilities, playgrounds, and athletic facilities, also purchase equipment, and improve safety and security. Today we've got a great show. In addition to his honor, we will be previewing a pretty cool thing that's happening with Northwest School Choirs. They're headed to a pretty big event. We have Matt Snell and James Cummings in the directors of the high school and middle school choirs. Ben Creech from Paragon Charter Academy. During this Veterans Week, David Van Hoof from the National Sons of the American Revolution is working on a pretty cool project. And Grass Lake Theater and Forensics is putting on a show. So we have Amy Jans and student actors Avery Beeman and Tyler Paul. All this here today on JTV. Thanks for being here. And we get started right after this.